Great to have with us Josh Herrin. Josh, welcome back to America. You're in America. You're back on Yamahas. You got to be excited for 2015.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, last year was it was exciting getting to travel around, but there's nothing like being here in front of the American fans and getting to travel around our own country.
How has the switch been to Meen Motorsports? I know you signed with them back in November, right?
Yeah, it's been good. I'm back on a familiar bike, like you had said, and I'm with a crew that my crew chief I've worked with before, so it's good to be with him, and it's just nice to be with a team that believes in me and has a lot of faith in me for sure.
Talk to me about the Daytona 200. I know the Daytona 500 kicks off the season. It's kind of like the Super Bowl of NASCAR. Is the Daytona 200 thought of the same way in motorsports?
Yeah, definitely. This is definitely the most looked at race in America, if not in the world. It's been a popular race. It's almost 75 years that it's been going now. I got the opportunity to race it a few years back and won it in 2010. And so back then, though, we were getting the Rolex for the pole award. Now it's going to the winner, so that's definitely exciting for me to try and get that. I've got one of these things already, so I'd like to add the Rolex to my mantle. I
was just going to say, this is not an HD TV, but I don't see a wrinkle on you. I think you were one of the youngest guys ever to win the Daytona 200. That had to be really exciting.
Yeah, it was. I was the second youngest. The youngest was, I don't even know when, maybe in the 50s, and it was on the sand. So
wow.
I consider myself to be the youngest to win it since it was on the asphalt. We're actually on road race bikes.
That's really great. Now, you mentioned the Rolex. Didn't they change the rules this year? It used to be the pole position guy got the Rolex.
Yeah, it was, and it was always kind of out of my hands because I've never been a good qualifier. So to be able to win the watch now, going to the race winner, that's something I might be able to do now. I always just knew it wasn't something possible for me to do, is to get the pole unless some miracle happened, because I've only maybe gotten on the pole maybe twice in my life. So it was something I never even thought about. Now that it's going to the race winner, I'm excited about that.
They should retroactively give all the winners of the past races the Rolex. You've got the trophy, but you don't have the Rolex. Something about that doesn't seem fair. The rules are a little bit different in this race, though, aren't they? There's pit stops involved.
Yeah, there is. We only do pit stops, only at the Daytona race. Actually in road racing, there's only maybe 2 races in the world that they actually do pit stops at. So we have to, put a lot of time into it, practicing before, try and get our pit stops down to a good time, which is usually around 9 seconds. That's the quickest that we do it in, and my crew's gotten down to that time. So I'm real confident that we we'll be good in the pits, and my guys will do everything that they can to try and help us do good coming out of there, so that I don't have a difficult race ahead of me.
What about American Sport Bike Racing Association? They're the new sanctioning partner, right, for the race. Does that change anything as far as you're concerned, or does it even matter?
No, it doesn't really matter for us. The only thing we're concerned with is just coming away with this trophy and the Rolex. That's the only thing important to us. I'm sure these guys will do good at running the race. It's their first time doing the Daytona 200, but they're a successful organization, and I think they'll do a good job doing, hosting it.
Well, now, somebody like me, I could probably ride around the Daytona 500 in a NASCAR, in a car, but I think the odds of me ever getting on a motorbike and getting out there are slim to none. So if you could, describe a bit what it's like to really be out there flying around the track.
There's really no other feeling. I mean, in a NASCAR or in a car, you're surrounded by something to somewhat protect you. On a motorcycle, if you fall off, you're gonna get hurt 9 times out of 10. So just the fear factor to it is the most exciting thing. You're going on a motorcycle. We're going faster than the NASCAR guys do. We're going 206 miles an hour is the top speed I've hit at Daytona, and we're also riding up on the wall in the turn, up high, so we're maybe a foot away from the wall. So it's real scary, especially whenever when you get a couple bikes wide. But it's also fun. For me, it's always fun to try and, when we draft by people, we usually go down on the apron, but I always try to pass them up in between the wall and the bike just to scare them.
That's cool. What a rush that's got to be. Got one last question. Talk to me about bugs. Now, on your windshield, right here on your helmet, you're going to have to get some bugs up there, right? How do you get those things off at 200+ miles an hour?
Luckily, my sponsor, Bell Helmets, they have these pretty awesome tear-offs that they put on the shield, so we don't ever have to worry about that. And sometimes you get some pretty nasty ones that cover the whole thing. It's nice to have those for sure.
You
Yeah.
You got a bug retardant face mask?
Yeah, definitely. They make some pretty neat products.
That's pretty cool. I never even thought that would be the answer. I thought maybe there's a little wiper that went right across your face. Josh Herrin, great talking to you, and really good luck this Saturday. A lot of folks should go out there and check you out. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good luck, buddy.
Bye.